Oh, we're on?
Now we're on.
Okay, perfecto. You guys, you know what? So in my brain, I was ambitious and I was like, I want to do a red on red because this is very red. And I was like, should I just do a red lip as well? And I wasn't sure. So let's figure that out before we do anything else.
Okay. Let's.
Oh, you were recording?
Yeah.
You were recording. Keep it going.
Yes.
Okay, boom. So this is like a Prada red that I have. Ah, she's pretty. In my mind, I want it to be. In my mind, I want it to be like a bright, bright, bright red, like the color of my dress, but also glossy.
Glossy.
So let's see if this works.
I think you are a little bit to the right. In my. Yes. Now you are.
Okay. Let's see if this works. I don't know. You can see my brown liner. Let's see.
Yeah, we see it.
I was talking to my audience, but thank you guys. You can see it though. It's not the best. Let's see. I don't love. I can finish it. Let's see. I know what I would do. This is a red as well. We gotta take the brown is not the best. We know. Thanks, guys. The brown is not the best. This is a nice little burgundy color. Let's see. It blends in with the brown a little bit. Okay. A little too burgundy. So what we're gonna do is this is Makeup by Mario lip gloss and dragon fruit, and it kind of has this red tint. You see? Yeah. It was slimy. That's not what I thought about in my brain. We're gonna keep going. That's not what I thought about. I want it lighter. I want it lighter. Hold on. Oh, do you know how to get off red lip? I'm gonna tell you how to get off red lip easily. You take just a normal lip balm that feels like Vaseline. I mean, this doesn't necessarily feel like Vaseline, but this is a normal lip balm, right? Take that lip balm, a whole lot of it, and we're gonna put it all over our lips. Kind of like smudgy, smudgy, smudgy. And then we're gonna take a napkin. Hold on. We're gonna take a napkin and we can just take that right off. See? There's something about the petroleum jelly in like a normal lip balm that takes your red lip off. Yeah. But I want it red. So we're gonna bring our red back in. Okay, we have two reds. We have this this is like a burgundy red from Westman Atelier, which I love Westman Atelier because their packaging is just so elevated. Prada packaging is elevated too. This is Prada in monochrome. I think I'm going to use this because I love how it looks against my dress. So we're going to start over without the brown lip. And hopefully, don't break it. hopefully we get what we want. I have to powder a little bit more above my lip. Mm-hmm. 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 And then, 1 second, I have to kind of powder above my lip till I redo the whole thing. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. A little more. Yeah. My heart tells me to line it with a sort of burgundy liner. I'm just gonna line the corners. And the cupid's bow a little bit. Yeah. In the corner. We're getting somewhere. Hold on. There, that defined it. Okay. Let me put another little coat because I want to make it more red. Yeah. Now, I get to use my Makeup by Mario lip gloss to make it glossy. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what I wanted. Yeah, I love that. Let me see. I think I love that. Amazing. We did it. Perfect. Hold on. Because I don't want any on my teeth. Perfect. Yeah. That's good. We love that. Perfect. You know what I don't stand for? And what I don't love and I don't like to hear about at all is the bashing of the LGBTQ community. I mean, we're really making them a scapegoat to all of the things that are happening in the world. But I really hate to hear that because I wouldn't be me right now without all the help I've had in my career. Hold on, like that. Wait a minute. Let me get the tissues out of my hand before I continue talking. All the help I've had across my entire career, every big job I've ever done, every big opportunity, everything had someone from the LGBTQ community attached to it. The first big job I've ever had, my friend Curtis Davis is a stylist, and he called me to do a big campaign for South Pole. And that was the first person in the community that I met. No, it wasn't. I have another friend. But that was the first person in the community that I met in the entertainment industry. And I remember Curtis, he was the first stylist that I ever worked with. And he taught me so much, just literally about style and how to carry myself and how to have boundaries and just really express myself loudly. Just like I might have been like 21 or 22 from Palmdale. And just the things that he would say were just so funny and so free to me. And on that same shoot was the first makeup artist I worked with, Brandon Zamoya, B. Zamoya. He was from Queens, and he's the first New Yorker I met from Queens. And I remember he used to say, like when we were on set, because literally this was my first big photo shoot in my career was a campaign for South Pole. So I didn't really know what I was doing. And they would request things. When I say they, I would say the client. They request things and tell me like how they wanted me to move. And I don't know how he just sensed I was nervous, and he would just be like, well, just give the people what they want. Whatever they said, just give the people what they want. And I was like, yeah, you're right. I do give the people what they want. And he just taught me to be really, really cunty and really out there. Give the people what they want. And my other best friend, Eddie, I call him my brother. In college, I used to be on a dance team, and Eddie is in the Vogue community. He's in the ball community. In Nietzsche, a lot of people know him in LA and New York ball scene. And that is my brother. And I met him when I was 19, and we were in the dance company in college together. And he just like literally taught me how to dance more full out, and how to express myself, really use my body to express myself. My best friend Mateo, he is the designer of the luxury jewelry brand Mateo New York. And I remember I met him when I was 23 in New York. He was wearing literally a Mexican poncho that he had belted, and he's Jamaican, okay? So, and he's bald. So he had a Mexican poncho on that he had belted, and he had light brown contacts in his eyes, and he was dancing on a table. And I remember watching this guy that just expressed himself to the fullest and did not care and was so open and free in New York in a Mexican poncho that's belted, dancing on the tables. And I just remember going, wow, oh my gosh, I want to be like him. I don't know what he has or what he's doing, but that's who I want to be. And we became best friends. And it means a lot to me, because I was really, really, really embraced by the LGBTQIA plus community from a very, very, very young age. My first walking coach that I met in high school was this gay white man. I don't know, this older gay white man. I don't know how I found him, but he gave me modeling lessons, and he taught me how to walk when I was 17. And then the second coach I had was Miss J. So again, like throughout my entire career, I would just say that community, the gay community, the queer community was always there for me, and I always felt safe. I always felt safe. I always felt taken care of. I never had to worry about feeling scared or uncomfortable with straight men when they were around, because they fought anybody for me. I never had to worry about paying for anything, because they were like, girl, you're my guest, you're with me, girls don't pay for anything. I would sit and be able to talk to them about anything. And we talked about, my best friend Matt, I remember us talking about him not being able to come out to his mom yet, and because is Jamaican, and they have a very, very strict culture around that. And it's a very destructive culture around that. And it's a very hurtful culture around that. So I remember my best friend telling me how afraid he was to tell his mom how he felt and who he was, And I just remember growing up with these men and these women as just thinking that they're normal people with a different journey and a different experience that might be alternative, but actually it's not so alternative. It's actually very, very common. It's actually very common. But having this common experience that's supposed to be swept under the rug, and how do you maneuver and manage life and being alive, having these alternative but also very common feelings that you have to sweep under the rug, And I just saw that, and I felt that how I just felt for all of my friends in the community who had to navigate life and navigate that. And I'm so proud of my queer and gay friends in the community for how successful they are and how they did maneuver in the lifestyle and in society and in the Black community. Having these very common, but swept under the rug, but very, very common and very, very normal feelings. And I always just felt an affinity for that community, because It's like having the courage to be so free and so expressive, and knowing that society doesn't accept you, but you still have to be as free and as open, and having the courage to be free and open like that. I mean, I've always wanted to be free in my life. That's the basis of my life, is freedom and being able to express myself however I feel I want to express myself as a Black woman put in this box. And so I think that I always had an affinity for them because we felt the same way. And it's interesting because I have some friends in the community that were sometimes struggling with their masculinity and how to present that. And I feel like a lot of my gay friends are the most masculine men if we're talking about that. I feel like they are the most manly and the most masculine men I've ever experienced because of their freedom, because of their ability to have no restriction. I mean, to be able to have friendships with women and respect women and love women, I feel like is so masculine. I feel like to be able to express your feelings, to be able to communicate yourself, I feel like is so masculine. To be able to be protective over women, I feel is so masculine. To be able to make the life choices that you want to make, regardless of how people feel. Every race, every religion, every culture, every person has to navigate life a certain way because we're all put in a certain type of box, you know? And I feel like we all have our obstacles to overcome. I feel like we all have our traumatic families that we come from. We all have our hopes and dreams. We all have the specific people that we love. And I feel like if everybody had the courage to be who they are out loud, just like our friends from the LGBTQIA plus community, I feel like we would have more love in this world. I feel like we would connect with each other more. I feel like we would understand and communicate with each other more. Because literally there are so many people who are hiding. There are so many people who hate who they are. There are so many people who are not gay, but you're hiding. You hate who you are. You hate the decisions you made. You hate how you present to the world. And you hate how you feel that you're so... I hate how you feel like you're so much in a cage. And I feel like most of us who are trying to achieve freedom in our life, I feel like we should actually look towards the LGBTQIA plus community and learn from the courage that they have to be free and to express themselves, no matter how much people want to literally kill them and take them out. So I think this episode is just my thank you and my love letter to all of my friends in the LGBTQ community that supported me and were there for me. And no matter what, I got the support from them the most. No matter what, no matter where I was in my life, I got the most support. I got support from them the most. The most. Eddie, Mateo, Curtis Davis, Biza Moyer, Glamo for a second in my life, Rick, Sir John, Malcolm. Oh my gosh, Andy! How could I forget Andy from House of Lemonade, Swim? Just all of you, I just say thank you, and that's all I have to say for today. Thank you for entering into the Velvet Room. Thank you for helping me choose my lipstick. It's beautiful. I hope you thought this episode was a vibe, just like it was a vibe for me. And I will see you in the next episode. Okay, yay!